2. Hey folks, how's it going? We made it to Friday. It's time for some Unity game dev stuffs. Hope you've all had a good week. Mine's been a little up and down, so I do apologise for no streams earlier in the week. So we're making up for it tonight. We'll be streaming tonight as long as I have the head for it. So we shall see how tonight goes. But yeah, this week's been a bit of a busy one. So yeah, unfortunately no streams early in the week. Next week, fingers crossed, as long as there's no repeating issues, we should have a full week of streaming. Right, I am going to switch over to the main screen. Interestingly though, I can't get the chat to load on my laptop. I think it's the browser I'm using. I don't think it's happy to do like a full close and reopen. Oh, there's an update. Okay, we'll install the update for the browser. It's not vital. It's good to know what the stream is looking like. Leave that for a moment. In the meantime, let's quickly grab some music. I always forget about getting the music for the stream. What should we have? Funky lo-fi playlist. Could possibly go for that. Let's have a listen to what that sounds like. Yeah, this sounds okay. I am happy with that. You can always change it up afterwards. Okay, just seems there's an issue with Waterfox and Twitch. Okay, no big deal. No big deal. We shall carry on without it. Okay, so what I have been trying to do with this game is get a save feature going with this. So we do have the game progress manager, which is the handler for making sure any progress that is made in the game is saved to a file. At the moment it's not doing any file saving. I'm just trying to get to the point where it gathers the data. Oh, I've not actually loaded up the project. Let's load up the code project. One thing I would like to do with this as well is make sure I've got joypad controls in here as well. So I've got on-screen keyboard and joypad would be useful as well, just in case people want to plug a controller in and use that. So we've got game progress manager. So get current level number. Something I put in there I don't need to use. So this is only a handler. So the game progress. So this is where it's holding the data. So I need to write into here. Suppose common things like medal achieved and best times, those two things should be saved together. Did you know on the heath a little flower blooms? How's it going, Jeffrey? That sounds familiar. Can't place where it is. Hey there, just doing a quick check-in on what you're working on today. How's it going, bot? Good to see you. His name is Eric. We're still working on our save progress. I think we were nearly there last week. I promised I was going to do a progress log in the Discord. I completely forgot. Literally just remembered that I was going to do it. I think I did resolve. Some issues. I can't remember. So this is why I need to do the log. But I hope you're doing well, boss. I hope things aren't going to be too busy or restrictive for you. I know you mentioned last time your ability to come to streams is going to be hindered, which is fine by me. Sort of, it's good to see you when you can make it. Let's just play. Let's run the game. I hope I didn't leave it in any broken state, but we'll just check. What I did do is normalize the music. That's what I did do. So I need to reset where the values of these sliders. But that's another thing entirely. Probably need to save those sliders as well, don't I? That's a thing. If someone changes the volume on the music, they want that volume to be the same every time they log in to play the game. So that's something I need to consider. Yeah, I think we did okay with this. I'm doing quite well. I hope you are too. I hope you recovered from the stressful day Wednesday. I did. Yeah, it's quite. Yeah, it's quite stressful. Like the whole project at work was going to be hit or miss. It's like success or failure, and I didn't know until the Thursday. And I knew for sure by today it was a success so far. So it's Friday, so I'm not too busy today. Awesome. We like chilled Fridays. Yeah, I found out today the project is going well. And considering I'm the person who did a lot of the hands-on work for the project, finding out it's not going well is a major blow. Thankfully, fingers crossed, it remains a good project. Been working on it for 18 months. Did you get it? It sounds familiar. I can't honestly place where that's from. Hey, these are sell emotes. You sell the best emotes, all those awesome emotes. Not to say that they are some of the genuinely the most coolest emotes I've seen. German, yeah, my German's a little rusty. By the way, I don't know if you play Animal Crossing, but you can get leggy furniture in Animal Crossing now. With a Heide Blue and ein kleine Blumen unter das Hiebe Erika. Ja, so you say that. Auf der Heide ein kleine Blumen. Now the only German music I'm aware of is Rammstein, and I couldn't even tell you what any of the lyrics are apart from Du hast. That's not a B. Ah, okay. See, I don't even know. Host. Und das heißt Erika. Oh, it's the German anthem from World War II. Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, there's only, I know, like, musically, I recognise certain country anthems. Like, if it starts playing and go, oh, that is the melody to this country. That's mainly from Formula One racing. Like, if it's not an anthem, like a national anthem that's hasn't played at the Formula One, typically I have no clue. Horst Wessel. It's just a marching song. Okay. Yeah, I occasionally watch F1. I'm not. My father's a real big F1 fan. So is my brother. So my father and my brother kind of enjoy watching F1. Whereas I'm usually in the room when they're watching F1. In which case, I get to see the racing and the winner and sort of stuff. But when you ask who's your support, typically I'm always interested in seeing how Lewis Hamilton is going on. But I wouldn't strictly say I support any particular team. But I do enjoy seeing how Lewis is going on. I might have to put it in Discord. But, for Christmas, my father got a Lego Technic F1 car. And it's about this big, like this kind of length. It's a huge car. Hamilton switching to Ferrari is quite the fall off. Yeah, he's not doing as well as he was. Ferrari for me, so also then Hamilton, but like Leclerc. Is he the Dutch driver or French driver? Let's see. That's how much I know about F1. Mainly because the whole country supports Verstappen going against stream. Oh yes, Verstappen's the Dutch one, of course. Yeah. I support Verstappen. Awesome. Monaco. Ah. Yeah, I'd love to go to Monaco, see F1. My parents wanted to go to my parents have been to Monaco, but sadly not when the F1 has been on. But there's the tour bus that they're in when they're in Monaco actually does the circuit. So they actually go all these tourists in the bus, and the bus kind of rolls up to the starting line, and they kind of do like a fake start and kind of go around the track as part of the tourist thing. Obviously at bus appropriate speeds, but it's quite fun apparently. I might have if it wasn't Dutch. If I wasn't Dutch, okay, yeah. I was devastated when he lost out on his 5th title due to 2 points. Yeah, that's annoying when you're that close. going to add another field in here for the volume. Yeah, it's always exciting that. So I don't know enough about the teams and the drivers to kind of really follow exactly what's going on, but I enjoy the excitement of the race. Now, I'm going to put in the top here. Oops, that's not what I want to do. In here I'm going to do volumes because we need to record the volumes. Cool, there you go. That's in there. Good old AI. So I need to be able to record that as well. So I could do with having something that sets the volume. So the volume's actually in another thing, isn't it? Sound volume. Here we go. So these values here. So that needs to be pulled into this as well. This week, because the holiday ended, I stopped focusing on my game so much I made an entire chat app. Now I'm hooked on making it look nice. Nice. Yeah, I get pulled into projects like that. It's like, oh, it's just a little bit of fun. I'll just make a little thing, put it together and go, oh, now I'm entirely committed to do this before I can allow myself to carry on. That's cool though. Either tomorrow or Tuesday, since our male weekend is Sunday, Monday, I will get a box set from the new Creator album. 2 LPs, album and live LP only in this box. CD, shirt, figurine with their mascot, posters and other shit. Nice. That's going to be quite the haul, that is. It's exciting. You have to show us some pictures when it arrives. Like in big boxes. Especially if it has both CD and LP version. Yeah. Like if I buy any more LPs, like the only time I tend to go for box sets is if it's the Prodigy. If the Prodigy release like a new album, I get the LP CD, like full fan pack combination box sets. So I just want to own them all. Today I got a Lamb of God CD. Carnifex CD and Venom shirt in the mail. Nice. Do I? I think I don't know. I think I might own one Lamb of God CD. I can't recall. Like I used to listen to music so much. Like if I bought a CD, I'd usually rip it to an MP3 and listen to it on an MP3, and then keep the CD somewhere else. So I can never remember if I only had the digital album or the CD album, because I only tended to listen to it digitally. Sound volume. Need to make a sound of volume. Public. Sound volume. There you go. So we can drop that into there as well. And then, as I've saved that, let's come back to here. And where's the sound volume? Scriptable objects. Sound volume. Awesome. Make sure it's actually in the prefab. Okay, so those things are keeping the values in there. So I could probably, shall I put it into here? So I could probably do with game progress. So let's make a function here. Public void record sound volume what's this? Math function clamp. Clamps value between 0 and 1 returns value. Oh, probably because it's automatically put those in there. I don't know what these numbers need to be, so I want to change that. Clamping it. That's cool. I didn't realise there was a clamp function. But it's not something I need. Don't need a clamp function. Don't need that, thank you very much. So we got SFX. Oh, let's copy that whole thing. Float. And could well be other volumes as well, but the log I already own on vinyl. I already own both, but I wanted discography on both. Oh, cool. Number of Gods already had on vinyl. That's fair. Sound volume is going to be SFX. Music volume is going to be in BMG. Cool. So I can then go to Game Manager. Public take level progress. Oh, it's not correct AI, but wherever you are back, dog walk, okie dokie, see you shortly. Current level number would be useful. If level number is less than or equal to 0 or greater than game progress levels dot length. I'm just going to be right back myself. Just be 2 secs. Be right back with you in a couple of minutes. Back. Boss should be right back too. Okie dokie. Let's have a look at what Copilot was suggesting here. So game progress, levels, dotted length. So I could do with knowing how many levels I have. I suppose that's in game progress, isn't it? Game progress. Levels, length. So is game complete? Do I even need that? Yeah, I'll keep it in there for now. Rather than levels length. Level medal achieved length. Definitely don't need that bit. So I agree with this bit. That's fine. So current level needs to match. That's fine. So then what's going on with this bit? Let's roll back a couple of bits. So level progress, it's this. Yeah, okay. I can see what he's trying to do. I don't have an object called level progress because it's just the medals. Let's do that. Game values dot it's not game values, is it? It says so if best time is less than or equal 0 or let's comment that out, because again I know what it's trying to do. Oh, basically it was all down here as well. Yeah, so it's basically repeated what it suggested last time. So basically we've got the current level number. What we want to do is get the medals. Save that. Ah, is that where we were last time? Is determining where the medal award times we're going to go. I suppose if I get the medal, because there's only going to be one medal award on the level, I could grab this. What was that going to do? I've already done it, haven't I? So medal award times is a medal container. So let's go put the medal container in the game progress. Make these all private because nothing needs to access these externally. Where's the medal awards container? Medal container, cool. I suppose, realistically, that would have all the levels. Medal container, medal award times. Serialized. Do is just returning the length actually here, can we? So let's do a little function here. So public, I swear this thing's listening to me. Get middle of wall times of the length. Pop that in there. Okay, so that's based purely on the middle of the wall times now. So if we want to store what level has been achieved, so game values level middle achieved is going to be middle container dot get middle of war times. So you need to store it as a middle of war time really. Middle one. That's not what I'm after, but let's put that in there for the moment. Yeah, get middle index. So that is no, still not a thing. Copilot, still not a thing. Record. Which metal? Cool. So that's recording the medal. Still trying to suggest something that doesn't exist. Next thing I need, game progress. It's best time. Game progress. Game values. There's the game values. It's over here somewhere. There it is. It's literally right underneath the tab. Get time text. Because that is actually level times is, this is a string, so yeah, so we're storing that as a string. There's best times though. Should I be storing it as seconds? Should I actually be storing the seconds and not the time, and then I can translate it back? That would make more sense, it'd be more accurate. We do have the seconds. Set time in seconds. So let's make it a float. Let's do this. Could be more accurate. So game progress, that is actually, so again it does say it in seconds there, so Copilot was ahead of me on that. Time seconds. I suppose there should really be a get time in seconds function rather than pulling the variable. Set seconds. Public. So current time, get time in seconds. Let's just replace it in the long sense here. We can look at making it nicer later. So update best time if current time is better. So we record that time and then goes okay. Level best times. Looks at the level. So if it's less than or equal to 0, means there's no time in there. Or the current time is less than the best time, then record the new time. So that makes sense to me. And I'm back again. Welcome back, Bob. So we're recording the medal that's been won. We're recording the second time in seconds if it beats the current time. And that's recorded. Let's save that. So game progress. So we're doing these first two values. So I could do with saving volume, but we'll do that as a separate function. Difficulty level, there isn't a difficulty level at the moment, so there's no point recording that because I'm not actually storing that. Game complete, it only really means level medal achieved is at least a 0 on each of these. I'm back, welcome back Jeffrey. Pretty girl, whole heap a batty and whole heap a breast. Sounds enticing. You said that very white. I am very white. It's Buster Rhymes lyrics. Ah, that makes sense. Don't mind listening to a bit of Buster Rhymes. I'm as white as mayonnaise and I can't help that. Right, we could do with storing the volumes now. So spent most of the evening helping my father hang his new TV on the wall. And if there is something in this world my father hates, it's visible cables. So all cables have to be made invisible. So it's a big task. I can understand that. If I can help, if I can hide cables, I certainly like to do that. I'm not there's a reason you guys can see this behind me and not what's in front of me, because this is not pretty. If it was, I would kind of show it off more. But the cables behind there, all the DJ stuff, that's beautifully cable managed. To a degree, I've got a cable hanging down from a webcam. But that's only because USB cables have a limit on length, and it was hard enough to get the webcams to work without running extra long cables. So I kind of dealt with a cable hanging down for the webcam. But this side is horrendous. I don't know how I would, with the space I have, I don't have any other options really to make it better, unfortunately. Last week his old TV died. It was a 55-inch. He borrowed my 30-inch from my bedroom for the week. I have a 55-inch in my living room as well, and I was like, it's pretty big. And now he's bought a 65-inch, and I go back to my house and I'm like, nothing's small. There's a cable over my mouse right now. Oh no. Like, my mice are wireless. I've got two mice, one for my laptop, one for the PC. My controller's wireless. My keyboard is wireless. My headphones are wireless. I do like wirelessness, but unfortunately so many things do need a wire still. I'd love for my Stream Deck to be wireless, but this thing requires a lot of power, and unfortunately has no onboard software. It is literally just a screen with buttons. But if they made you can get the Stream Deck app to put onto a mobile device, but then you have to pay a subscription to use it rather than just buying a thing you plug into USB. So it's something I can deal with now. How cool is that one dude, by the way, speaking of my recording? I'm in progress of recording a demo and my living room is all studio cables everywhere. One message up. Try to think which one dude. Made the wrong order, it made no sense, I know. So I'm in the progress of recording a demo, and my living room is also my studio. There's cables everywhere right now. How cool is that one dude, by the way, speaking of recording? Oh yes, sorry. I was thinking, which dude have you recorded? But no, the dude that lent you the microphone, yes. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I didn't know the interface of mic, and stranger opened his house to find out. Yeah, there are decent people. They're far few between these days, unfortunately. But because a lot of people are very much for themselves, and I don't blame them. But there are people that still give their home and their facilities and their stuff to help others. 6 cats and a kitten and a dog. Wow. See, that's a good sign that somebody's a decent person and they like that many cats. And a dog. Like, people who own pets and look after those pets well are typically good people. You can always tell they don't look after a pet. It's normally a red flag. I couldn't meet the kitten. The kitten was with his wife. His wife just cured from cancer, still recovering from radiation. Wasn't out near people. Oh, that's fair. Oh, I'm glad she is cured from cancer. That's good. Hope she's recovering well. I have 4 cats. Nice. You must be a good person then, Bot. My partner has 3 cats. Like at that stage where common flu could kill. Yeah, that the radiation completely destroys the immune system. So yeah, it's a very very risky time. I know there's some kind of therapies where they take your white blood cells prior to the radiation treatment and then try and introduce your immune system back afterwards. I don't know how successful that is or how often that's used now. I used to have one cat. He passed away this summer. His name was Ozzy. I named him after the singer. Within 1 week his namesake died as well. Yeah, poor Ozzy. You know, of course, I do. Yeah, Ozzy was an awesome cat. I only saw him in photos, but from what I know from you and Lisa and seeing those photos, he seemed like the coolest of cats. Do have 2 Rottweilers left. Yes. Yeah, those 2 do seem like the daftest of dogs, but also a handful. It has to be locked during the TV hanging because they want to help. Is that I help? No, no. There's nothing you can do right now that will help this situation. Please do not help. So I help. Whatever you're doing, I will help it. So my brother's dog, Paddy, he likes to help in the kitchen. As in, he'll stand next to you while you're cooking anything and tell you if it smells nice or not. And follows me around the kitchen as I'm trying to walk from the fridge to the side to chop vegetables and then back to the fridge and into the cooker. Lisa made a raspberry cheesecake today. Donya wanted to help. Ooh, raspberry cheesecake sounds so lovely. I love cheesecake. No raspberry one. I think I've had like vanilla and raspberry. Mostly vanilla cheesecake with raspberry. Like a raspberry swirl on it. I had a full New York style cheesecake the other week. I had like a slice of it. It's about, it must have been about this thick. It's a huge one. It's Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. And that's more of an American brand, but we seem to have it over here as well. Huge thing. I only had the 1 slice and I was like, you know what, I like cheesecake. I don't think I can have any more than 1 slice though. There's enough cheesecake for anybody. It's practically a meal in itself. This isn't actually needed to be public. I'll serialize that as well. Let's go back to here. Aha, what's going on? What doesn't it like? Ah, of course. So I changed the data type from a string to a float. So that makes sense. Public void SFX BMG. See, Copilot's pretty smart, but it's still can be frustratingly confused. Right, so that sets the sound volume, that updates the level progress. Let's hit save on that. So that means we now have 4 values pulled in. Difficulty, I'm going to comment that out for now because I wouldn't mind adding difficulty, but that's a feature that could come later on, so I'll comment that out. Is game complete? So I could have a set is game complete. So the only way to know is getting the it's basically so if current level is equal to get middle of war times length. Now the question is though, is the game complete when you've unlocked all the levels, or is the game complete when you reach another status? Like, if you complete the game but you might not 100% it, for instance, like it's 2 different things. 100%ing a game, if there is a percentage in here. Some games don't have percentage, but it's kind of like an arbitrary thing that a community will put onto a game. Like Stardew Valley, you technically, so for a long time you couldn't complete Stardew Valley. You could do everything in it, and some people consider that completion, but then eventually there was a sort of a thing to kind of denote you've done everything, and that's what people consider to be level game complete. But it's not like, well done, you've finished the game, because it's never a continuing game. And there are games out there, they're not really designed to have an end, they're there to be played as often as you want, for as long as you want. So I have to think, what does it mean to complete the game? So I'll write a function, and I'll leave it with a couple of notes. So public those sound volumes, yeah, like set volume, game progress. Yes, was very nice, awesome. Homemade sauce and stuff. Ooh. Yeah, that does sound delicious. I'm pretty happy with the sound thing anyway. Metal container, I'm happy with metal container. That does everything I need to. I don't need to worry about it. So we're setting the sound, we're loading the sound. What is your favourite cheese? Mine is feta, I think. I also like mozzarella. Ooh, good cheeses. Feta, maybe even more. I like feta. I like mozzarella. I like most cheeses. I think if I could have any cheese, it'd probably be red Leicester. But it's pretty much on par with a very strong cheddar, like an extra mature strong cheddar. But yeah, red Leicester or extra strong cheddar. Because I like hard cheeses, and I like a nice strong flavour to them. Good choice, yeah. I like Dutch old cheese. Nice. Yeah, I haven't really come across a cheese that I'm kind of Like pretty much most hard cheeses I'm happy with. Like even Danish blue cheese I'm quite happy with. It's not my first choice of cheese, but I would eat a bit of Danish blue because I probably had some Danish blue at Christmas time. But yeah, it's certainly not my. So what Gouda? I swear to God, pronounce it correctly or I go insane. Is but also Old Amsterdam, any Dutch style that aged well. Awesome. Yes. Yeah, I do like Gouda as well. Edama? Don't think I've eaten much of that. I think foreigners is called Dutch cheeses Gouda, but it's just brand in our type of cheese. Okay, because didn't realise till recently that it's a town, isn't it? Is it a town or a city? Because I've looked it up and found that the whole place is pretty much set for tourists to go and find the cheese. Today I made cheesecake with raspberry sauce. I also made was good. Donya helped me make the sauce. Nice. Yeah, Jeffrey was saying you made a nice cheesecake. Yes, both Gouda and Alkmaar are known for cheese and tourists go there. Yeah, I looked up the pictures online and went, like the whole place is just kind of making a point for the tourists. Like, look at us, there's cheese everywhere. Like, I would be tempted to just visit, but I don't know if the English are allowed to take cheese home with them. I'm going to have to check to see what the current status of European imports for dairy stuff. No, I'd love to be able to come home with a big wheel of Dutch cheese. Probably have to pay excess weight on my baggage coming back into the country though. But yeah, I'm tempted to kind of do like a cheese tourism. I don't think I need to do anything with projectiles. I'll close that one. Rock attributes. Don't think I need to do anything with that. I'm pretty happy. So just need to close some of these scripts because they're all there, open for no reason. Projectile selection. Pretty happy with that. So projectile buttons. Now saving what projectiles have been unlocked needs to be stored as well. Sound effects. Set volume. Yeah, I'm happy with all that for now. Castle smoke, I'm pretty happy with that. Right, so these are the things I need to worry about right now. So level end, I don't think I actually need. So I want to make it, keep it independent. So I don't need level ends. Max levels. Okay, yeah, so that's if I add more levels I need to remember to change this value. Save that. Okay. Medal award times, I'm pretty happy with how that's functioning. Okay, so come back to this then. So level complete is going to be subjective, but let's make a function before Copilot decides to remind me I need to do a load sound function. So public okay, yeah, good. That's a valid function, I suppose. I'll keep it in there. Okay, thank you, Copilot. Let's make another function. Yeah, that's a valid function as well. Set not first time player. Yeah, valid function, I suppose. Mark game saved, yep. So Copilot's showing off now. Because these are all functions that are useful. Increment hits used. Hints used. Yeah. Useful again, Copilot. Thank you. Okay. Now I won't do that one because that's going to be part of a bigger thing. Like, I don't need a single function for finding out how many hints have been used. Okay, so we'll get back to what I was going to do, which is public void add in-game currency. Yeah, it's a useful function. Get in-game currency, yeah, good function. Deduct. Least favorite cheese. Oh. Good question. Mine is American. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I find generally American cheeses not to be inspiring. I would say it's not really, you can't really count it as a cheese, but like burger cheese, you know, like the plasticky individually wrapped slices of cheese you put onto burgers. Like, there's not really much flavour to it, but it's not really supposed to be a cheese. It's more of a square of sauce. You may know me as someone who's not a fan of the Iranian government, so the current developments are something I follow with great hope. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if I'm having a burger, I'd rather have a slice of actual cheese on the burger, not a square of solidified sauce. But I understand its place. I know the whole point of burger cheese is to give a quick and easy application for cheese sauce. But you put a nice proper cheese onto a burger, makes all the difference. I suppose a lot of cream cheeses. Like any cheese that's not a lot of flavour. It's like, that's why I go for like hard cheeses, because they've been matured, they have flavour. Still not doing total hints used, I'm afraid. Let's go for... There we go, mark game completed. That's what I actually want to do. Thank you, Copilot. I think that is all the values here now. I actually got a function attached to them. We'll comment it out because we're not doing difficulties as yet. Get save string. Okay, yeah, save pro. Yeah, that's why. Let's go. Why am I using that? I'm using it there. Middle of the wall. Do I need this to be open still? Don't think so. I think I'm done with the middle of the wards. Game values. I don't think I need. Level complete is something I'm going to need to check. Not something considered. I don't think I need to have a specific key to load stuff. Maybe saving and loading might have a key associated, but no. So if level complete, mark game not saved. Is game saved? So if that is level is complete and not is game saved. And mark game saved after saving game. Probably before actually, so it doesn't loop around. So mark it as it has been saved and update the level progress. So it instantly kind of drops out of this. And when the new level starts, it needs to mark the game as unsaved. Our game not saved. Yeah, so when the new level starts, it needs to run that. Of course, when the new level starts, this value is false. So that is false. So we want to mark the game is not saved when this first loads up. Let's have a look at the game progress. There we go. Let's save that and give us a go. Like when the level completes, it should update these values here. We're looking for time. Time's looking good. So if this bit works, then I'll probably do have a look at attaching the sound and music volume. And total hints used. I could probably put total hints used into the game values object and then pull it from there to store it in the global one. Oh, look. It saved gold medal, which is ID free. The best time is 115 seconds. And the game has been saved. Let's do a quick math. So 115 seconds should be 1 minute 55. Yes. Cool. Okay. So that bit works then. So the main thing is to get a set of values stored on the side here. So if I go to the next level, I hope the people win. Yes. Yeah, it's when a government isn't working for the people, it's really not something that should continue. There's a bloodbath. Oh yeah, it's horrendous what's going on. A government, no matter who they are or for whatever reason, shouldn't be doing what they're doing. I'm not. I've changed it now, so you have to hit a certain percentage of the squares before the hints unlock. What I still need to do though is kind of put some kind of visual confirmation of that, so the player isn't confused about why the hints button isn't working. That needs to be like faded out maybe, or a little cross through it, and then it highlights as soon as the hints are available. Or maybe even just hide the button, like when it gets close to being completed, the hints button can be shown. Or even if the player gets to that point and then I've done, I know, so many attempts to try and find others, then the hints button kind of highlights to say, tell you what, I'm gonna throw you a bone, click here. At this point, there we go. There's quite a few in this one. Still above the door there. There it is, got it. Right up there. Got it. Now what it hasn't done is not saved number 2 for the silver medal and not saved the time in there, so it's not kind of moving on to save other levels. But what should happen when I start a new level is that tick box should be unticked. And that didn't happen. Okay, I've unticked it and it's kind of updated now. And reticked it, so save that. So that is one element. It's not saving the time. Oh, because the time was already 115 seconds, so of course it won't update it. Okay. So I need to change that back to 0. Change that back to 0. Change that back to 0. Change that to -1. Is Game Progress Manager actually in the second level? Must be. It is, yes. So I need something now that will interact with this. So it's the end. It's level end, isn't it? Level end. Nope, not level time. So level end is when it moves on to the next level. Okay, so I put it into there. Made this function, but I'm not using it. What was I going to put into the game values? I can't remember what I was going to put in the game value. Have a quick look at game values, see if anything springs out. Oh yeah, it was the hints used, wasn't it? Hints used. And of course when you hints active, gets hits text. The way, because we've got this function here, it just basically incrementally adds to it. Am I going to want to know how many hints we use per level? Probably not. I could do it, yeah, do it this way. time. I'll wrap up the stream shortly. I'll work out how we're going to do the hints. I think we should store the hints in the game values and then add this total to this. So rather than incrementing the hints, use for sure public void add hints. There we go. That's a better function. Thank you, Copilot. And we can put that into here now. Okay, so Copilot's filled it out for me. So I've got to run this use hint function every time a hint button is pushed. So let's go to the canvas. Show hints button. So UI control show hints. UI control, and that's got game values in it. Awesome. Show options, show projectile, show hints. So if hints active, for each show hint, GV use hint. Okay, that was pretty easy to implement. So there's two things now that you need to do at the starter level. Is reset hints used in level. So when the level starts, it's got to clear the game values anyway, because the timer has to start again. So play again, playing again. Submits. Set timer values. Level timer, okay. So that's where the timer comes into it. Start timer, update timer, stop timer. Okay, so we're saving the hints. We just need to be able to reset the hints and reset the game saved status. Suppose when you add hints used, you can probably reset it at this point. So we'll do that. So once you've saved it, you want to reset because you want to keep adding to it because you've already added to it. Game is not saved. That's quite a complex bot message there. Not sus in the slightest. Right, happy with that. So mark the game as saved. So when the level, so if game values that's kind of a self-referential thing. That's not going to work. Good attempt though, Copilot. Not what we want though. So if game values level not complete and is game saved? We want to mark it as not. Mark game is not saved. Now we have an issue from this. So as soon as the level is complete, that'll go true. And if it's not, the game has been saved at this point, we want to then mark it as saved and then save it. This won't trigger. Well, it means you no, it just it's another one of these kind of get follower things. But More like, hey, hit this guy up, he can get you more followers. Go on Discord. Sounds like a scheme to me. People are, oh, this person can get me like loads and loads of followers. I'm going to talk to them on Discord and they'll probably tell me to click something. And so it becomes not level combat. I think that would work. I think that would work. So it would only ever be level not marked as complete at the start of a level, and if it's saying the game is saved, then we want to mark it as not saved. Yeah, that should work. That should work. And this save progress thing is probably not going to be needed. Timer's not needed there. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. At least the graphic designer bot that talked for 5 minutes are kind of extinct now. Yeah, they're frustrating because you can see it coming a mile off. But you want to humour them just in case they are a genuine kind of viewer, but yeah. Anyway, let's switch over to the full camera. But I'm pretty happy with what we've done today on this. Because I'm saving, I'm storing most of the values now. There's just the only values I'm not storing are the ones I don't know how I'm gonna use them yet. Oh, I think I joined late. Oh no, Gym for Life. Yeah, sorry. It's past 11 PM here, and I've got to a point where I can kind of stop. Thank you for the stream. It was epic as always. Good cheese talk. Yes, always a good cheese talk. I like a cheese. Have a good night. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for being here. Have a good night. There's all the awesome emotes. Sleep well. Thank you, Gym for Life. Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in today. I could probably go for another half hour, but it's going to get to a point where I'd just be staring at a screen, and that's not fun for you folks. So I'll have a think off stream, because I think I've got to the point where I just need to take the data and then save it. So that's a whole stream in itself, I think. But I've got the data now. But yeah, I hope you have a good night. Enjoy what you have left of your Friday. Yeah, Baladan, anywhere we see Dam. We are bang upon another one, bus up 0.459 Colton, Remington. Like it. But yeah, gotta get some rest. Hope you too. Have a good weekend, and I should be back on Monday. And if Jeffrey and Lisa, if you still want to do Twine, we can do Twine. If not, we can do some Minecraft. I'm happy for whatever. Until then, have a good weekend, and I shall see you all on Monday. Good night all.